Many organizations use 5S in the production work environment to help them maintain the correct workplace standards. Often, auditors and customers' impression of an organization is also influenced by the state of order of the offices within an organization in the non-production areas. Let's watch this video filmed at Jaguar Land Rover engine plant in the UK and see what we can learn from how this organization tries to address the maintenance of the work environment, particularly in an office environment.
So Dan, we've had a look at 5S in the production environment. Can you just give us an overview of how it applies to the office environment?
Yeah, so in our office environment, we have a very similar structure.
Yeah.
So we have zones 1 to 5 in the SS3 office. Yeah. The question set is slightly different, so it's more focused on desks, tables, equipment, etc.
Yeah.
So a little bit different from the production line. However, the principles are the same, the scoring system is the same, 0 to 5.
Yeah.
If we do see a deviation from process, we'll flag it up on our check sheet, and then we feed it into our CCR where we have a weekly review.
Okay.
We get a cross-functional team, one member from each zone, to come and talk through what's been found and basically what kind of actions we can put in place to improve the process.
Yeah.
Set a time frame and then work towards implementation.
Yeah, it's often a problem people have with 5S is the sort of maintaining the condition almost.
Correct,
and do you have the same?
We do, yeah, but what we're looking at as well is trying to do a bit of a culture change.
Yeah.
So we have to set standard questions. However, we've now started to implement a 5S standard fail card.
Okay.
So whereby anybody in the business can come around. If the desk is away from the standard, they can put a card on.
Yeah.
The owner, the person from that desk can then see the card.
Yeah.
They have to take it to their management.
Yeah.
And they basically have that one-to-one discussion around how come this has been put on my desk, and then the actual issue can be talked about.
Yeah.
This helps improve the engagement, obviously changes the mindset of the individual, and just hopefully brings our schools up to where we need them to be.
Yeah, fantastic.
So in this video, Niall, we see JLR using 5S not only in manufacturing, but also in the office environment. Is this mandated by IATF 16949?
So not specifically. The requirement 7.1.4.1 states that the organisation shall maintain its premises in a state of order, cleanliness and repair that is consistent with the product and manufacturing process needs. So without doubt, this is more focused on the production work environment. But I think as we've seen from Jaguar Land Rover, it's kind of a one policy. And I think that's important so that you don't end up with the kind of office operating one system and then another system in production.
Yeah, I think there's certainly clear benefits in that. Devon, what do you see then as the real potential benefits then about extending the 5S program into the office environment?
Oh, absolutely. There are several benefits. I would say the first is probably, you have one company standard. So not one rule for manufacturing and another rule for office environment. It's one company rule, driven, top management down, one company rule. The second is the perception of a well-ordered office, how that comes off to internal and external interested parties. And then obviously the well-ordered and controlled office environment can reduce safety risks.
Yeah, and now we heard Devon use the term not just internal but external interested parties. What does that actually mean?
Yeah, so again, not to confuse it with interesting parties. An interested party is a term that was developed through the latest version of 9001. And it's really an organisation that could be within or outside of the company. So it could be, for example, a supplier, it could be a regulator, it could be a customer, it could be employees. So yeah, the interested parties is really a catch-all for anyone that has a stake in what happens, essentially.
Yeah, no, good explanation. And I think people's perception is very much influenced by what the work environment looks like. We saw, Devon, in the video that they use a 5S standard fail card. What did you think to that? What did you learn from the use of that fail card?
I thought it was very interesting. The purpose of the card is it's not to name or shame, but promote discussion on why the issue happened, what can be done to improve the situation? The reason could be a lack of storage space in the local work area, right? And you would just see this card that notes that there's a 5S violation.
Yeah, and continuing with that, Devon, then, what about the weekly review process that was mentioned in the video?
Once again, as we've said many times before in this JLR facility, this takes support from top management to really provide the time and resources to make this happen. It's very easy for planned reviews to get canceled due to other priorities, but their commitment from top management down is industry best.
Yeah, and that's certainly, I think I would fully agree that is a theme that runs through this series of videos, that there is commitment from the senior management to all of these different programs and initiatives. Okay, let's summarize. So IATF requirement 7.1.4.1 states the organization shall maintain premises in a state of order, cleanliness and repair that is consistent with the product and the manufacturing process needs. While this is more focused on manufacturing, as Nala explained, there are also many benefits about extending this into other work areas within the organization, including the office work areas. 5S is a good way of maintaining a well-configured work environment, but really to make sure it's sustainable, it must be led and full commitment must be given by the top management team within the organization.